Welcome to another lesson of Microsoft Excel. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about the 5 Excel job questions or most recent or most asked job questions in Microsoft Excel. Well, Microsoft Excel plays a very important role in job sectors and business sectors, and even if it's needed in a lot of sectors, but so let's start off with the job first. So we're going to go through VLOOKUP, remove duplicates, pivot tables, charts, and password protect each and every one of them one by one. So without any further ado, let's start off with the first lesson. So the first one is going to be VLOOKUP. So if you want to search or want to do VLOOKUP, you're obviously going to need some data. And you can also see that I have some reference names which are also included here. So according to these names, we're going to search out the data which I want. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of data, it's still going to search out the specific type of data which you're searching for by using just a function. So if you want to start a function, what you do is just type in equal, and it's VLOOKUP. So I'm going to type in VLOOKUP, and I opened it with tab. Just click on tab and it's just going to open up if it's on the recent or as if it is recommended. So now when you open up a parentheses, it's just going to search or open up the type of values or the recommended type of data which you need to find out the exact type of data. So it's searching for a lookup value. So as you can see that as I've told you, these are the reference ones. So I'm going to select which type of data or whose data I want to search. So as I want to search for panda, I'm going to select on it for the cell, but you can also type in panda in words. That is also doable. Now I'm going to do is comma, and now it's looking for the table array. So this is the table array, or also called the range. Okay, so you might not forget about it because array is also the range. So as I've selected the range or the array, I'm going to put in a comma again. Now it's going to search for the index column number. So the index column number is the number of the column. Now if I want investment for panda, what type of data it has. So investment for panda is 42,762. And if I want discount, so I'm going to type in 2 or 3, and then it's going to show up the 3%. Okay, so if I want investment amount, I'm going to type in 2, and it's going to show up this data, comma again, and it's going to search for the lookup value, okay, or the range lookup. So if I want the exact match, it's going to search for the exact match. Okay, so I'm going to type in exact match right here, or double click it, or type in false for it. As I double click it, close the parentheses, hit enter, and you can see that the data is over here. Now I'm going to do it again so that you can see it as a practice. I'm going to type in equal VLOOKUP, and now I'm going to do is double click it. But if you can't find the formulas, just go to formulas and then lookup and reference, go down, and you will see VLOOKUP right over here. Now I'm going to do the same thing, which is going to be lookup value. Let's search for Kevin this time. Now I'm going to do is comma table array, which is right here, comma again, column index number is, let's say I'm going to find out the discount this time. So I'm going to type in equal 3, or maybe just 3, comma. Now I want exact match, close the parentheses, hit enter, and you will see that the result is 0.01. And you might think that why is it 0.01? Because if you divide it by 100, which is discount right over here, you will get 0.01. So that is the percentage. So this is how you will be able to find out the VLOOKUP or use the VLOOKUP when you're asked. There is another function which is totally similar to that, which is gonna be HLOOKUP, which is horizontal lookup. Well, that is the same to VLOOKUP, just VLOOKUP is just vertically columns, and HLOOKUP is just going to be horizontal, which is going to be left to right type of data. Okay, so it's going to be rows. So that is how you're going to use VLOOKUP. So next thing what I'm going to learn, or what we're going to learn about, is to remove duplicates. So how are you going to remove duplicates? Let's say I have 472 3 times in this cell. Okay, let's say 472 right over here, there's also 472 right over here, and there's also 472 right over here, but I don't want excess data. I just want to keep one. And there's also 316 over here once, and then second, you can see that there are multiple type or the same type of data multiple times, but I don't want that, so I'm just going to remove the duplicates. So if you want to remove the duplicates, what I'm going to do is just select the range. After selecting the range, what I'm going to do is just go to data, and you can see in the data tool there's going to be an option which is going to be remove duplicates. So you don't have to work a lot. You just click on this remove duplicates, and it's just going to open up this interface, and just if you want to unselect all, just select unselect, but if you select all, just select all of them and then remove duplicates. Then what I'm going to do is just type in OK, or just click on OK, and it will just remove all of the duplicates in your range. Now the next thing what I'm going to show you is going to be pivot tables. So this is not a pivot table, but I'm going to make a pivot table right in front of you. So if you want to make a pivot table, which is like really easy, what I'm going to do is just select on the range. Let's say I'm going to select all of these. After selecting all of these, just go to insert, and in the tables option you can see that there is an option called pivot tables and recommended pivot tables. So I'm just going to select on pivot tables, and it's just going to open up an interface, and just press OK, or what type of data you need or what type of data you want to like add. Just click on OK, and it's going to open up a pivot table. Okay, now you can see that there are some other like options right over here, which is going to filter, column, rows, and values. Well, they differ one by one, so I'm going to do is click on it, and then let's say field selection. Now when you click on field selection, well, this is going to be in default, but I don't use it that much. So if you want the type of selected type of data or the category of data which you want, just select on it. Let's say I want sum only, so I'm going to click on sum, and you can see the sum of the data, the whole data is just going to be here, and I don't have to work anything. It's just gonna do it on its own. And if I want NPV, just click on it, NPV, it's just gonna show you the data. If you want interest, it's just gonna click on it, because all of the data, according to the chart or according to the data which I had, it made up a pivot table. Okay, if you want some, just click on it, it will go up. If you want to insert slicers, you can also do that. You want to refresh, change data source, you can also do it from here. Let's click on it, and you can change the data from here. Okay, so that is it for pivot table, and it is quite easy, but this is like really important because you can see that the values are over here. If you can see that there are columns, you can remove the field, that is also doable. But if you want to remove the values, that is also doable. If you want to change the rows, okay, you can do a lot of stuff. This is a lot like filtering, but this is a lot more complex and a lot more appealing. The next thing what I'm going to show you is going to be charts, which is like really easy, but obviously if you want to make a chart, obviously you're going to need some data. So as I don't have any data, I'm going to use the data which is right over here. So what I'm going to do is just select the range. After selecting the range, I'm going to go to insert and then select on charts. You can see right over here. If you want to select on recommended charts, it's going to recommend you some chart types, and you will be able to apply the type of chart it recommends. But if you want to change the type of charts or the categories which you want to select from, just select on it, and it's going to show you some charts. Now I prefer recommended, like using the charts, so I'm going to select any one of them and just press OK. And you can also see that there is a preview. Now what I'm going to do is, let's say F11, when you click on it, and you will be able to go to chart design, but I don't want any of that. So what I'm going to do right here is go to format, and then you will see the same type of things, and you can edit those charts and format it. If you want to change the chart type, you can also select on it, and then you will see the category of chart it has, and you can also see that there is a preview of it, and then select whichever type of chart you want. If, let's say I want this, I'm going to select on it and press OK, and it will just change on its own, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, that is really easy. Now the last thing what I'm going to show you is going to be password protect. Well, password protect is one of the most important thing in Microsoft Excel and holds the privacy and security of it. So password protect, as you can like see, or as it says, is just a type of lock that Microsoft Excel is going to provide you, so no one can compromise or change your data without your consent. So there are several ways of putting up a password, which is going to be, let's say the first one is going to be, let's say, stay on the sheet, and then right mouse click on it, and then just press on protect sheet, and this interface opens up. Now you can select the type of security one you want to apply. Let's say I have all of them selected, but if you want